Welcome to today's video from the Our Study series, a series where I go over loads of different ways you can improve your study, health, and just life in general. Today's video I'm going to be going over how to use study notes. Notes are your best friends during exams, but they can also be your worst enemy if you don't know how to use them properly. Unless you have a photographic memory or something along those lines, then reading and rereading your notes is probably not going to get you very far in the grand scheme of doing well in exams. So, here are my tips on how to use study notes. Actively revise using your study notes. Grab a friend or family member to test you on the content of your notes. Fill in the blanks. Give a definition of a word. Explain how something works. Give a physics formula. The key is to do something, because your brain gets pretty bored of the same old reading and highlighting, and you'll be more motivated to learn if you're actually doing something exciting and that you enjoy. For example, sometimes I write questions on post-it notes and stick them around my room. When I walk past them, I try to answer them in as much detail as possible. Or you can stick them on the shower glass, on the outside, of course, and you can also stick them in the bathroom when you get it. The next thing you can do is write flashcards. I personally love flashcards. They're great for learning definitions and difficult to grasp concepts that you can't really wrap your head around, and they're also great for learning set answers in exams. Quizlet is great because you can put it on your phone and literally use it wherever you are. If you've got a moment when you're in a socially awkward situation with nothing to do and all you have is your phone, do some Quizlet revision. I'm guilty of doing that myself. Yeah. When I write flashcards, I put a couple of trigger words or a question on one side and then the answer on the other side. But you can really do whatever works for you and whatever fits the subject that you're studying. The important thing to keep in mind is that repetition is the key to learning new information. So you need to do it a fair bit and quite a few times before it starts to stick. I will be doing a future video on the importance of repetition in memorization, but basically try and do it every day or every other day, every couple of days. That helps it stick in your head better than doing it in a one-off cram. The next thing is using a whiteboard. I love whiteboards. They're great things. I have like 3 of them in my room because they're just so good. I like to draw diagrams of how things work, for example in design tech or physics, or write out a paragraph, blank out some words and fill them in, or even answer the questions that I've written on my flashcards. The process of writing down the answer really helps imprint it in your brain, and it's also another sense that you're engaging because you're writing it down with your hand instead of like recalling it through your mouth or through your ears or seeing it visually on a page. I will also be doing a future video on the importance of engaging those senses, but this is sort of like a sneak peek into that. The next thing is drawing a mind map for essay subjects. So say you have all your notes written down for like subjects such as English and you have quotes and themes and everything. Writing a mind map really helps to bring it all together, if you know what I mean. So for example in English, if I have an example question that could possibly come up in an exam, put that in the center of the page, and then out from it I'll draw the different themes that I could bring out, different quotes, examples, and important characters that are also linked to that question. The really helpful thing about mind maps is they help you to visualize everything in like clear chunks and ideas that you can then easily incorporate into your essay in the exam because you've already got those ideas floating around in your head. When I revise from notes such as these, usually I'll just grab a whiteboard and write down stuff on the cards, rub it out, and then write down a keyword and try and remember what the other stuff associated with that word is, and just try and explain it to myself. And this sort of links to the Feynman technique, which is like trying to pretend like you're teaching someone else. So having a whiteboard is really helpful because you can basically pretend you're explaining a subject on a whiteboard like a teacher would be doing. And that's another thing that I find super helpful for revision with study notes. I think that's about it for studying with study notes. If you are looking for study notes to use, check out ourstudynotes.com. I wonder how many times I've said study notes in this video. Yeah, but on the website you can find a massive range of notes from loads of students all around the world for A-levels, AS, GCSEs, IGCSEs, IB, NCA, Cambridge. Yeah, there's a lot of stuff on there, and we're getting new notes all the time as well. And if you have notes that you think you could put up on the website, go on the website. There's a contact form there where you can email me and have a look at putting your notes up on there. You get paid for it as well, which is great. I hope you found this video helpful. If you did, leave a thumbs up. Subscribe if you found it helpful and you think your friends could find it helpful. Share with them as well. Have an amazing rest of your day. Remember to stay safe, stay kind, and most of all, be happy.